We train as we fight. We have to make training realistic, record it, and so that we can go back and show people, this is what you did right, this is what you did wrong. So it's that after action review, it's that realistic training. It's real easy to make a decision, a hypothetical decision, but when real money is out there and it's a real decision that's going to affect the future of your organization and your financial well-being and the financial well-being of your team members, it's a totally different game.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
I can regurgitate the same thing you guys both said, but I mean, you know, when I was an attorney, I got a couple years of practice in, but then my firm sent me to basically an immersion type trial school for a week. And it was worse than law school. It was wake up extremely early. You'd sit with experts and cross-examination, direct examination all day, and then at night you prepare, and the next day you'd come in and practice it. And I felt like I had only been practicing for 2 years when I showed up. When I left that school, I sincerely felt as though I'd been practicing for 5 or 6 years. And I'll never forget that feeling of going into the courtroom thereafter. The confidence is way higher. I had 0 minutes in an actual courtroom, more than I did a week before, but I felt so much different. It's just being immersed in that. And talk about the applicability to real estate. There are so many people who, we get this question all the time. What do you do to be successful? What do you do? Well, I mean, I can only tell you, listen to so many podcasts and read so many books. I love the quote here. You can, nobody becomes a great football player by reading a book about football. I mean, that's so true. And so the fact that you're doing that in-house with your firm is, I feel, trend setting. I think it's maybe, I don't know what's being done on the coast, but in the Midwest, I know people from firms everywhere. I don't know anybody doing that. I think that's huge. So I think you learned that from the military somehow, some way, and you're applying that now.
We train as we fight,
right?
And so we have to make training realistic, and we have to record it, and so that we can go back and show people, this is what you did right, this is what you did wrong. So it's that after action review, it's that realistic training. And yeah, like I said, this is not, most of my ideas are not original. I have some friends throughout the country that have done this. They have a little bit different perspective on it, but at the end of the day, I think that's what's great about working with people in different industries, or people in your industry and other parts of the country. You can really learn a lot. I had a grandfather, this is back before Home Depot, but he was in Iowa, and he had Berry Lumber Company, about 5 other lumber companies. And it was an interesting time back then, but he would travel throughout Iowa, and he said, there's never a lumberman who's so dumb you can't learn something from him. And I think there's something to be said for, in any industry, right? If you go to a different area, a different county, a different country, you can learn so much from what your peers are doing, or like I said, people in other industries. There's so much, I think, to learn out there, and if you're not always learning, you're really missing out.
Listen more than you speak.
Yes. Oh, I'm bad at that.
We're all terrible at that. We are all excited, and we all want to accomplish big things. We all have questions, but the more time you can take to listen, to your point, I love that. A lumberjack what was it? A lumberjack asking?
A lumberman, yeah.
A lumberman. Yeah, I love that, because it does not matter. I can talk to my employees, just random conversations, and I learn something new about my business every single day. And if I am just spitting out orders and I'm not receiving anything, the company stays stagnant. It's only going to go as far as what my vision is for that.